Dollar Tree is decked out with Christmas decor, and these little trees are a must-have for every year. I had this one left over from last year. You can tell it's all scrunched up. So I'm just gonna fluff it up as best as I can. The key is I want all the branches and the bristles to be kind of facing down. So I'm just gonna straighten them out, fluff them going downwards. And then the large top one, the long one, just gonna fluff it down and then cut off the excess so that way it matches. I'm going to take this $1 Dollar General stocking, remove everything from it, and we're going to add some stones. These are some stones that you can find at Dollar Tree pretty much year round. I'm just going to add a few to the bottom so it can be weighed down a little bit. I want the stocking to be a little fluffy, but not too puffy. I just want enough for it to create a little bit of dimension. So I'm going to add 3 bags from Dollar Tree and just kind of flatten it out a little bit and then make sure everything's looking really good. Now, you see the back branch right there, like the middle stem? I want to put that inside the stocking. So we're going to place it right there. Now, if I just push it down, it's kind of just going to be scrunched up just like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take my scissors and make a slit right down the middle. This is going to allow me to place the stem right in there and then place the rest of the stocking kind of like around the tree. This was perfect. Now that I have it in place, I'm just going to hot glue the stockings on the side to each other, so the front to the back. I'm going to do that on both sides, and then I'm just going to hot glue the tree to the back of the stocking, and I'm just going to flip it over and add hot glue. This is going to allow the tree to now be attached to the stocking. Don't be afraid to add hot glue, just add as much as you can, and then just kind of let it harden. Now we're going to fluff the tree and just kind of arrange it in a way that looks nice and organized and is already looking so pretty. All right, I'm going to take these little berries. This is just a little pick from Walmart, and I'm just going to start putting each berry wherever I kind of see fit. Just adding a little hot glue goes a long way. I did this so that it has a pop of color. Now, I do want to add some embellishments, so I'm going to add these glittery picks that you can find at Dollar Tree. I'm going to add 3 of them, 1 to each side and then 1 in the center. And then I'm going to take some cute little glittery ribbon from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree has so many ribbons currently. This one is a very, very beautiful one. I'm going to make a multiple loop bow, scrunch it in the middle, take a pipe cleaner in the red and just kind of twist it. I'm going to cut off the excess pipe cleaners, fluff up the bow as much as I'm able to, and then I'm just going to hot glue it towards the right of the tree. In between the bristles, just kind of nestled in there. Then I'm going to add a cute little glittery flower to the top. Make sure all the little branches are where they need to be so that we can hang this beautiful stocking. I'm going to add the leftover pipe cleaner to the back with hot glue and add some of this faux fur fabric, and then that's it. Oh my word. How stunning is this stocking? One of my favorites from today. What do you think of this one? For the next Dollar Tree DIY craft, I'm going to take a white one of those trees. They are gorgeous too. You can find them again at Dollar Tree in the same section. We're not going to use the base, so we're going to remove that. And then we are going to fluff it, but not too much. We're actually going to leave it quite close to where it came from. And we're going to hide the larger, longer one at the bottom towards the back. We're going to take one of these Santa hats from Dollar Tree. Now, my daughter did a craft recently with one of my hats, and she left over this tiny little top portion, and I thought, this is perfect. So I'm going to place it right inside. I'm going to hot glue it as much as I am able to the front and the back. We're just going to make sure this little gnome Santa is not going to be losing its hat. So we're going to do the back and front. And because it is like a plastic tree, it does add, or it does adhere very well. All right, so now we have the beginning of a beautiful, cute gnome. So we're just going to fluff the beard as we are able to, just until it looks nice and pretty. Here's a faux fur that came with the original hat, and I kept it also. And I'm just going to cut off a strip, a nice rectangle strip. And then before we do attach that, we want to grab one of these Christmas bulbs. You can find these at Dollar Tree pretty much every Christmas season. I'm going to grab one of the glittery gold ones, and this is going to be the gnome's nose. Of course, we need a nose, and it's got to be pretty extra large. So we're just going to hot glue it in the middle, and then just kind of add hot glue as needed until it's nestled in there in between the hat and the beard. Now we're going to add the faux fur. We're just going to hot glue it towards the top, right there over the nose from one side to the other. Hot glue as needed, and then we are going to cut off the excess with my scissors. coming along very pretty. The little ball from the top of the hat my daughter used. So I'm just going to use one of these little snowballs that you can find at Dollar Tree currently, and I'm just going to hot glue it to the top. Very easy. Now I feel like it needed something, so I'm going to add a cute little pick that I get on Amazon, and I do have it on my Amazon store. If you like these little tiny ones, they're really good for crafts, and the Amazon store is linked down below. I added a white berry little pick from Dollar Tree and a cute little flower right there just to add a pop of color. And again, we're going to add some pipe cleaner on the back with hot glue and then more of that faux fur just to cover it up. And this one is so beautiful. I've made several gnomes, but this one, I gotta say, is one of my favorites. I love the way it turned out. What do you think? For the next Dollar Tree DIY craft, I'm going to take another one of the green ones. This is a new one this time. And we are going to, again, not use the base. And we're going to fluff it in a different way. I'm going to show you. You're just going to bring all the bristles, all the branches directly down. Don't worry about fluffing sideways, upwards. No, just literally bring them all down one at a time. This is going to create a beautiful style, like it's just facing downwards and is very natural. And to me, it makes the tree look like it has way more branches than it really does. Again, that little one on the top, the long one, we're just going to cut to fit the size on the top ones. Fluff it as needed. Now, we're going to need some Christmassy fabric, floral foam, and a small mason jar from Dollar Tree. I'm going to cut off a piece of the fabric so that we can add it inside the jar. The foam is going to go right inside. And we're going to open up the jar because I had a feeling that foam was not going to fit. And it didn't. So I'm just going to use my foam cutter here from Dollar Tree. Just keep cutting until it fits. Once it fits, we're going to place it in the middle. We're just going to scrunch it up. And then we're going to place the entire thing inside the mason jar. I think you know where we're going with this, right? We're just going to put it right inside. Once it's inside, we're going to open up the fabric, reveal the foam, and then we're going to place the bottom portion right in the front. Just stick it in. At first, I thought I would just need the one tree because you're not going to see the back, but I changed my mind. So I grabbed another one of the green trees. I'm going to fluff it all the way down. Just again, those branches facing downwards. And then we're going to stick it right behind the other one. I think this worked so much better. We're going to use a zip tie from Dollar Tree and we're just going to join the trees together. You're going to see you're just going to press them together and then tighten the zip tie. And that way they're going to look as one tree. Fluff up the little branches so now it looks like one beautiful tree. And then we're going to keep it simple. We're going to take some more of that fabric. We're going to cut 1-inch strips long ways. And then we are going to do 3 of them. What I want to do is just keep it very simple and almost like a rustic feel. With one of the strips, I'm going to make a very simple bow. I'm going to size it to whatever size that I need. For the other 2, I'm just going to make a knot together. So I'm going to take the 2 of them together and make a knot right in the center. We're going to hot glue the one strips right there. And then right on top of the strips, we're going to add the one with the bow. Now, because we have 3 strands on each side, we're going to want the middle ones to be on the shorter side, the second ones in a medium size, and then the longer ones on the sides. That way, it just looks nice and even. I want to add 1 pine cone to the top just to add a little bit of texture. And that's it for this one. Now, you can use any fabric. You can make this glam. You can make this farmhouse, whatever you want. The possibilities are endless. What do you think of this one? I'm actually loving it. For the next Dollar Tree DIY craft for Christmas, I'm going to take one of these little tin buckets that have a Santa look. And I'm going to add some of these white stones that you can find at Dollar Tree year-round. This is going to weigh it down for me. We're going to take some more of that floral foam and we're just going to place it right there. At first, I thought I didn't need hot glue, but I did ended up hot gluing it to the rocks. We're going to take 2 of the white trees and we're going to fluff them out. Now these, we're going to join them together just like we did the previous one. But this one, we're going to fluff them up a little bit more. So I'm just going to fluff them up. Again, we're not going to use the bases. We're going to toss those to the side. And then we're going to join these together using zip ties like we did previously. We're going to put one on top of each other. And we're going to zip tie it in the bottom, the middle, and the top. And then we're just going to push it right through that foam. Again, just like the previous one. Just push it right in and it goes perfectly. Once I have them in there, I'm just going to start now fluffing the entire tree as if it was one tree. And I want to do something a little different. Again, you can add whatever you want to these trees and these designs. This is just things that I want to do and try. So I'm going to take some of these greenery picks from Dollar Tree and I'm just going to start hot gluing several of them here and there in between the white branches. I just thought it needed a little bit of dimension. Now I'm going to hot glue some of these same bulbs from earlier, but these are going to be the red ones. And we're just going to start hot gluing them to the base of the tree. So not the branches, the base. And that's it. Oh my gosh, has like a Grinchy kind of feel to it with the green. What do you think of this one? I'm kind of loving it. For the next Dollar Tree Christmas DIY craft, I'm going to take 5 of the green ones. And then we're just going to open them up, kind of like flat on one end, then open them up to the sides, and then fluff them up to the top. And I'm going to do that to all of them. Once I had all trees fluffed up, I'm just going to crisscross them and just kind of make a star or maybe like a snowflake also. And once I have them in place where I want them, I'm going to take some zip ties and I'm going to zip tie it like you wouldn't believe. I must have added like 15 zip ties because these are thick bases and you just want everything to be nice and secure and not go anywhere. So I'm going to add a zip tie in between each tree, tightening it as best as I can. Once I had all of them tightened, I'm going to cut off, of course, the excess zip tie. And then I thought I need something to kind of make these trees kind of stay with each other sideways. So I'm going to take one branch from each little tree and just twist them together. And this is going to allow them to kind of stay together closely and not separate on me. Once I had them nice and secure where I wanted them, it's time to fluff. You want to fluff everything so nicely. Make sure you touch every little branch. Make sure they're facing where you want it to be faced. And then when I was fluffing, I realized that the trees were still moving a little bit too much. So I started twisting some more branches between each other, as well as adding more zip ties until I got it to hold as good as possible. Just make sure you get zip ties from Dollar Tree. They come a whole bunch in a little baggie and they hold pretty well. I just wanted this to be very secure in case it's going to be placed on outside of the house where it could be windy. All right, so we're moving along to this little tiny grapevine wreath that I get on Amazon. And I'm going to add some of these little red berries. I'm just going to place them around the grapevine wreath. And I'm going to tie them with some jute string. Once I had the little wreath done, I'm going to hot glue it right onto this home sign that it is from Dollar Tree. It already had this little green vine looking wreath, but it was kind of flimsy, so I just wanted to add something more festive. So I hot glued it right on there. I thought that the middle was a little too bare and you can see through it. So I'm just going to add a couple of these greenery picks from Amazon and we're just going to hot glue them in place. That way when we place the home sign, it's not going to look bare. You're not going to see that part. I'm going to add a lot of glue to the back of the home sign because, again, I want it to be very secure and not go anywhere. And then we're going to place it right in the center. I'm going to hold it down until it's nice and hardened. Then I added some more of those glittery picks from Dollar Tree. We're just going to add them all around the home sign to add color and more festive look. And I also added some silver berries to add more dimension and color. We're just about done with this one. What a huge wreath that you can make for a front door, for a large wall on top of your fireplace. So inexpensive, so beautiful, so big. What do you think? I have another video here for you to watch with tons more of Dollar Tree Christmas DIY crafts. Check it out. I'll see you later and have a blessed day. Bye.